How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. 5 of us are here at the moment. I don't know where the 6th member is, but he's left sitting in his place for a little while, as you can see. What is this? Is this Steve telling us that the title's done? Is he finally answering the question?
I think he is.
Yeah? Is he finally answering the question?
How much? Listen, but you know the typical question, isn't it? The typical question always is, how much did you buy that for? You always got to ask Man City people, how much did you buy that for, Steve? How much was that? Because that's what they do, isn't it? That's what SAEED, that's what they do. They buy trophies.
That's what they do in Stockport, yeah.
Yeah, and Steve bought a trophy.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Bought one from the old souvenir shop.
SAEED, yeah. I know you haven't seen one of these for a while, so I'll come to your house next week. Yeah, get all the family out, get the kids out, everyone out, all the pictures and that. Even put red ribbons on it and that if you want, no problem at all. This game, yeah. This one.
How much is he charging?
He's coming back to Manchester on the blue side. That's all I'm saying. What you're saying in the chat, are we having a bit of that? I want £2 a picture. Let's go.
Lift it up and start singing Champione, mate. You might as well.
Why aren't you singing Champione, SAEED? 21 and 21,
mate. Listen, man, I know Bale got you excited, man. Chill out, man. You get me. You come with that chest already, yeah. Bale got you excited, yeah. Man came with a Bale talk and that, yo. Man got a pina colada with it.
I'm gonna just sip my pina colada.
You know. It's a mad thing, man. Pina colada settings, bro.
Right,
yeah,
that's what we're doing now, Toby. One win.
Bro, it's mad. It's mad. One win, chest out.
I cry, so I gotta be happy. Let me be happy, bro.
Like,
yeah,
man.
man.
The shirt's come back on as well. He's not wearing a Bayern Munich or Inter Milan kit.
I'm telling you, bro.
Rosy and, okay.
It's all rosy down there. You get me. No therapy today, bro.
I don't know about rosy, but it's better than it was the other week. So yeah,
Mourinho in, yeah. Mourinho in.
Jose in, man.
Jose in, man. You get me.
Let's see what the chat is saying. Let's ball talk with the super chat earlier. And Janice, I see yours, but it's not there no more. So I didn't even see what you said, my guy. Word on the street is you guys are late because you're looking for Bruno. Also good to see Lukaku smiling after his team beat Burnley. Man said looking for Bruno.
All right, listen, I can't talk too much. I'm not gonna lie. I can't even back him this week. I'm not gonna lie.
But to be honest, I wasn't going to start on it because, to be honest, the less said about that game, the better. But we might as well just get it out of the way pretty early. Like, I don't know where we start, Matisse or SAEED. I think we got to start with Matisse because I feel like it was on you lot to break them down being at home.
Yeah. Do you know what it was? Yeah. Me and SAEED was talking about it an hour ago where we just feel like, the standards are falling in this league, man. I really do, because that was, okay, Man United, we know, the last 4 games, I think, against top 6 teams, they've drawn 0-0 in all of them, and they've conceded the 6 to Tottenham, and ever since then, they haven't scored against top 6 teams, and we knew they was going to settle for the 0-0. They didn't have to win the game, and this is why I'm so frustrated. They were second. They don't have to win the game. They're 6 points ahead of us. We know what we have to do. We need to get 1 goal. My prediction was 1-0, and SAEED's was 0-0. Not a lot of goals, and I said to myself, if we could just nick 1 goal, cool. I'm looking at my team and I'm like, are you trying to tell me none of you, not one of you, can create one clear cut? Apart from Ziyech, I don't remember too many clear cut chances. Maybe I fell asleep. I hold my hands up. Maybe. But I can't remember. I can't remember too much going on. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like people are on Twitter talking about Kante got man the match and bragging about Bruno gone missing. I don't give a shit if Bruno's gone missing. We didn't do what we needed to do. We needed to win the game. I said it before. We need to get into the top 4. We're 2 points behind West Ham. We need to win the game. West Ham lose to Man City. Leicester lose to Arsenal. It's in our hands. And we mess it up. We don't get the win. And everyone's like, well, Bruno, we can't find Bruno. I can't find my love for the game. What about that? I can't find it, bro. It's
yeah,
we were just talking about it, bro. We've gone in this league from Santi Cazorla's and Rafael van der Vaart and Nani, a bench player at Man United, Berbatov in a squad of 4 strikers and can't even start every week. And now I'm talking about my team can't even defeat low blocks. With all of the creative players that my team have, can't defeat low blocks. If that was Eden Hazard on that pitch a couple of years ago, that doesn't end 0-0. That's what's so depressing. Like the fact that you have to actually watch all of that because you got to talk about it in the week. I
swear part of that Tuchel deal or so it was rumored is that he was there to get the best out of the new signings. But
yeah,
them man were on the bench pretty
it's
much.
Gonna take time.
Yeah,
it's gonna take time because look, the problem is that he's coming in where he's got to do. I'm not sticking on Tuchel because he's got to come in and get the results. Of course, he needs to get top 4, and it's gonna take time to teach these players a new way of life. It's a new dawn. It's a new day. So obviously for me, you know, first season, I always say I give every new signing the first season in the Prem. Second season, I expect you to deliver. I want to see this team get a preseason under Tuchel and see what he wants to get out of them. And like I said, Chelsea are in great form, good form, unbeaten. So I'm not saying the world's falling apart. I'm just saying, forget that game. I just feel like football in general, this league, outside Man City, everybody's just systems. Where's the individual brilliance gone? Where's the entertainment gone? Where's all of that? It's in this league, we talk about Grealish. He's at Aston Villa. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to Aston Villa. But back in, I don't want to do a back in my day thing. But when we used to talk about football before, there was Taraps at QPR. Didn't even get spoken
overrated.
about. Ben Arthurs. No, but like
Toby,
I'm not saying they were world class. I'm saying there was entertainment. There's no entertainment. There's so many dead games in this league. We talk about Tottenham. Toby's having to drink champagne now because they've won against Burnley. Because for weeks,
it's true, man. Facts, man.
Bro. Because for weeks he's been starving.
Man's gonna pina colada, bro. You know what I mean? It's mad.
Eating cool, but we don't score no goals. We are starving. This generation is starving, bro. Starving. I actually feel sorry for the kids growing up right now watching this league. You're starving. I'm telling you, it's peak, bro. So, like I said, and then now I have to come back to normality and talk Liverpool, and I really have to judge my players on the level that I'm seeing now. But we're starving. When, like I said, when Toby's coming with champagne after a win,
champagne, bro. Champagne. I've been drinking pina coladas for the last 4 days.
Bro, I don't do these fancy things.
I said 4 days.
I drink Fanta.
4 days, man, come out alcoholic and that.
This is a regular drink for me.
Mourinho got listen, it's mad.
I don't know why you're talking, bro.
Yeah, Saeed.
Man turned to Phil Mitchell on that. It's mad,
bro. Where was your man's on the weekend, bro?
Yeah, another 0-0. 5-0 out of the first 7 top 6 games or whatever you want to call them.
Talk about Bruno's record v the top 6, bro.
It's shocking, man. I can't defend him.
I brought it up. I brought it up a couple weeks ago, man. I brought it a couple.
Where was your man, bro?
He wasn't able to add to it, man. Unfortunately,
I don't know, man. It wasn't there today, bro. For me,
was that Ollie's fault as well? Yeah.
To be honest, everything's Ollie's fault in terms of how we played, mate. You know what I mean? I think the free kind of chance that Bruno had to Rashford, that's not Ollie's fault, and I'll defend Ollie on that one, the McTominay one. But again, man, we're kind of like Matisse said, we're starving of isolated moments, man. You know what I mean? Man United should not be doing that. It should be sustained attacks. It should be, you know what I mean, free flowing football to the point where you don't have to think about what happened. That McTominay chance, you know what I mean? You don't have to do that. You know, these kind of games were built on kind of, you know, entertaining, high octane football where we're to a point where we were entertained, man. And I just feel for me, I didn't say no for no reason, man. I wasn't being negative. I only can judge what I see on the pitch. That's all I can say. I only can speak what I see on the pitch, especially the top 6 game for me. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer plays cowardly football, mate. And I've been saying it for days on end on this. For me, Toby, man, he scarred us, mate. He scarred us from that 6-1. After that 6-1, he will never, ever not play that double pivot. He will never, ever, for me. Come on, man. You got this guy, plays Paul Pogba. Probably one of the best creators that we've got in terms of, you've seen it as well, by the way, when we've missed Paul Pogba, how we're not even creating. And people are saying, get him out of this football club. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But what you got to realize is, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer protects the back 4. You know what I mean? And people will say, well, the back 4 are really the problem. But they are in a weird way because the 2 in the midfield and Fred and McTominay can't create, but they help the back 4. The biggest example I could give you, well, the first time Chelsea got in behind, Mason Mount got in behind. Who was there to recover the ball and try to block Mason Mount? It was McTominay who had the legs to go block him. And that's the reason why Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
McTominay is your boy. I told you from time.
You know what it is, You know what it is, I think you say that in tongue in cheek because I don't. I'm serious. No, because that frustrates me because you know why? That's a club for me of a weak mentality. Man United, yeah, should be on the front foot, trying to establish for me why we should be there and about with City next season. We should be establishing in the top 6 games, yeah. For me, you've got to establish yourself as a big club and show why next season you're going to compete. Show a statement, Ollie. Show a statement that you deserve to be in next season. I just look at it and I think, yeah, and I'm going to get down for this, yeah. I think we're in a false position. This second place, yeah, I'm not buying into that, bro. Listen, I'm being real, man. I'm not buying into the second place. I think it's a false position. I think we're the best. We're probably the best of a worst bad bunch. Of Liverpool, who have had injuries. Leicester, who are crumbling at the minute. Chelsea, for all the talent they've got. Obviously, a new manager coming in. Arsenal, nowhere near to be seen. Mourinho, nowhere near to be seen, mate. We're the best of a bad bunch, and that's the reality of where we are.
I've been saying for so long, United being second just goes to show it's a disgrace for this league, fam. We talk about La Liga being like, yo, they're falling off, Atletico, Barcelona, Real Madrid. The fact that Manchester United are second in the Barclays Premier League, and that's how they play football against the top teams, it's a disgrace. And by the way, I'm not blaming them. I'm not blaming them because they didn't need to win. I'm just blaming my team for not cutting.
Let me just kind of let me emphasize the point even more. You know what I mean? There's a kind of in terms of where we are this season. You know, I think we're 50 points and City are 62. If you look at 3 years ago under Mourinho, we had 56 points and City won 69. Is that progress? And we have no trophies to show for as well. Is that progress?
Say that one again.
So United currently, I've got 50 points and City are on 62, right? 3 years ago under Jose, we were second with 56 and City had 69. So you got to ask yourself the question: are we making progress under United? We're not making progress under Ollie. The football style for me is it better than Mourinho? Probably it's not. It's just vibes. It's a better all-round football club to be at. I'm not discrediting Ollie. What he does is, and I said it on Matisse's stream, it's all love but no guidance, and that's the reality of Man United.
With regards to,
I said I wish it was.
I hear what Matisse is saying about sort of the standard overall, but if we look deep into it, if we really deep it, yeah, guys, apart from this season and Liverpool having the drop off we had, right? The difference between, and I've said this before, the difference between Man City and Liverpool and the rest has been like this for, would you say, Steve, 3-4 years now? About 3 years. So it's not just this season. People are getting, I think they're getting a bit sort of frustrated, and I get it because, you know, this, apart from City, there's so much of it's a lot of frustration in there. But there's not been much progress at those named clubs for the last 3-4 seasons. And questions have to be asked, why isn't anyone catching up to us? Now, I'm saying us because we know it's a freak. Well, we won't be,
and that's why we're doing it.
Bad again, yeah?
Chris, let me ask you a question. If we can't take advantage of this season when Liverpool are this low, and Man City, for me, I don't think they're playing to 70%. They're playing a false 9 people. You know, imagine next season when they've got a striker in there who, for me, will bag more goals.
City will be stronger.
That's why. Well, that's what I'm saying to you, Grizz. If we're not good this season, whenever we're going to be good? Do you know what I'm saying to you? Or we're not trying to make a statement in this top 6 game. Ollie, just make a statement and play good football and try and level up. Level up. That's all I want you to do. Level up.
This season, then, yeah, because I know what you're saying still. I get it. But in reality, what City have done in terms of winning how many games they've done in a row, yeah, you're saying that you should basically have maybe more points where it puts you just in between City and the rest of the lot, or do you really like Man City?
You know,
I know
the 11 points. You know the 11 points that separates us now. You know, City have won them. Okay, you know the amount of teams we've lost to: Sheffield United, West Brom at home, Everton 3-3. These are the 11 points we're talking about. It's not as if City are blowing us away. Yes, they are in terms of the points they've drawn. But, you know, them kind of little moments, them 5 details have been Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in terms of the West Brom game, toothless. Sheffield United game, we had Paul Pogba. We couldn't beat them. These are what I'm trying to say to you. And if we're trying to say we're trying to get to these guys, and we're trying to, I'm not saying aspire to be them, but trying to level up and try and get to that level. When are we going to do that under this manager? And I know it's not all the manager. I'm not trying to blame it all the manager. The Glazers are another problem. But like I always say, I can't get to the bigger brother, if you call it. I have to get to the little one first. And when I can deal with the little one first, then I'll get to the next one. you know. So I don't know, man. I'm just frustrated because I feel like for me, I'm hearing my United fans saying if we go second without a trophy, it's still a good season. And I'm trying to, for me, wipe that mentality out the window. I'm trying to wipe that mediocrity out the window. Because for me, I'm seeing that right now. They say, you know what? If we go second and we, you know, and it's still a successful season, come on, man. Leave it out, man. That's the problem I want to do. I want to try level up that kind of expectation for me. Still as a football club, Man United are still an elite club, you know? So
Turkish. Oli is so contagious, yeah. I was happy a week ago. This brother sucked the life out of me after one game.
Trust me.
You see what he's done to me, bro? I'm looking around thinking, yo, am I even where I'm meant to be now? Like, do you know what I'm saying? He sucked the life out of me after one game. This is what Oli does. I don't know how SAEED copes, bro. Honestly, it's long.
Don't just put it down on Oli, because what did
no
you
one said that though. No one said
No. I'm saying, what did Chelsea bring to the table?
That's what I'm saying.
What did Chelsea?
You ask him. I'm a United fan, mate. You ask him.
No, I'm not asking you, Saeed. I'm asking Matisse.
Okay,
What did Chelsea bring to the table that game?
We didn't bring anything. I've gone through that.
So why is it not Oli going to Solskjaer? You're the home side. You're the one that's meant. The onus is on you to go and attack them. And what did you do? How many chances did you create?
Yeah, I know. I've gone through all of that.
Just keeping the ball for the sake of keeping the ball. So Oli going to Solskjaer
because there's no individual brilliance or any killers in that team. They're not ruthless. We've been saying that for 3 weeks.
250, yeah, exactly. And that's the problem. 250 million spent, and you're somehow even worse.
It's not really money. I don't really even see it as a money thing, because you can coach. You got to coach these players. Tottenham didn't spend any money for years under Poch, but I think your players.
Yeah, I hear that. But when your specific problem was the fact that you didn't have any killers in your team, and you go out and spend the bulk of your money on final third players, and you're somehow worse offensively, then questions need to be asked. Ziyech, I think Ziyech is a baller. You know my views on Ziyech. I think he's a top player, but he's been pants this season, and he was terrible in the game yesterday. Giroud is a good striker, but he was poor yesterday as well. Werner, when he came on, he was poor. I just feel like Chelsea right now, it's weird. You have all this attacking talent, and yet this is probably the most toothless. This is probably the most toothless I've seen Chelsea in a long time. Like,
I think the criticism of Tuchel is not valid.
I'm not criticizing Tuchel. I'm criticizing the firepower that he has.
But he needs time, man. The amount of Chelsea fans I've heard talking about Tuchel already, right? It's just ridiculous because Lampard, has set this team up, and they all still probably got the instruction still ringing in their head from Lampard's sort of era there. Tuchel needs time. Forget this season. This is a bedding in time for Tuchel. And I think he's done a grand job so far. I think the criticism. I agree. Sorry, again.
It's not a criticism on Tuchel. It's a
generally, I'm saying, Tuchel, however you say his name. Yeah, no, I get. Maybe you're not saying. I'm saying generally, if anybody was to sort of critique Tuchel right now, I think that's not the way. The individuals have to take a lot. The individuals have to take a lot of responsibility.
Yeah,
they are world class players, man.
Go back to the super chat.
Yeah.
Because for me, this what for me. I can't take this one, because the same fans for me, and I'm not saying it's you bigger man, were chastising Mourinho for finishing second, and all of a sudden now it's okay for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to finish second. The same people that were saying Mourinho when he said it was an incredible achievement, they were damning Mourinho, absolutely damning him. But right now it's okay. That's what I don't like. For me, I don't like that kind of.
You know what it is. You know the way I see it. The way I see it. Ole, I agree in the terms of Ole should be more compared with Lampard or Arteta than Pep or Klopp. But I look at the clubs, and I think United shouldn't be having a manager that's more compared to, and Chelsea actually, Chelsea. Yeah. They shouldn't have a manager. And to be honest, Arsenal shouldn't either. But I get why we're doing it. Because the club lacks ambition. Let's be honest. Yeah, Arteta's there because we didn't have a budget for a top manager. The ambition wasn't quite there, so we went for him, a story, and hope it works out well. With Chelsea and United, I expect you to have managers that you can compared to Pep and Klopp, well, it's hard to compare to Pep and Klopp in terms of what they've done in the game. But that's where I disagree. And I think SAEED has a right. And Ole in from where I am anyway. It's a roller coaster.
Everton's got a better.
Well, there you go then.
So,
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Do you know what I think, seriously, right? I got grief early on in the season when I was telling everyone Man United weren't good enough. Yeah, they thought I was hating on Man United. But the fact is this, yeah, the players aren't good enough. I'm not having it. You're not going to win the league with Paul Pogba and Maguire.
Yeah, the first name you mentioned, man.
Listen, you ain't going to win the league. And you know you're deluded because all you do is
hold on.
Let me speak. You've been speaking all day.
The first name you think of
so
is
let
Paul
me speak.
Pogba.
Yeah, but let him finish, innit? Let him finish.
Yeah, because you've been speaking all day. I've seen you on your channel having a meltdown with all them Reds before. It's not nice. You need to get help, yeah? What I'm saying is, yeah,
right,
you flip-flop between the Glazers and Ole and Mourinho and the Glazers and the green and gold scarves, but you never actually pull up on your players. Your players you're signing are not good enough. Nobody else in the top four wanted any of them players. They're not good enough. So until you and your fan base look at your team and say, you know what, these players are not good enough for Manchester United, then you're going to still be having the same conversation. So you can blame Ole, you can blame the Glazers, you can blame the floodlights.
So who are you blaming them?
You can blame the rain.
Who buys his players? Who buys his players then?
Your players aren't good enough.
Blaming?
Your players are not good enough.
You have to make a stance. You have to make a stance. Who buys them then?
And I think Jamie.
Well, that's your fault because you've been played in the transfer market for the last 5 years.
You can't just say blame the players. Hold on.
You can't say
it don't make sense, bro. It don't make sense that.
You're getting played off the small teams.
No, it don't make sense, bro. No, it don't make sense. So who you blaming? Who you blaming then?
Cavani.
It don't make sense.
Lindelof. Dalot.
Brother,
Fred.
Name all who you want, but who are you blaming?
Who are you blaming then? Newcastle won't take them.
No, but listen, Steve, hold on. No, hold on. Who you because you're naming all these players, saying blaming all these players. Who are you blaming? Is it the Glazers? Is it Ole? Who are you blaming?
I'm blaming the whole setup as a club for buying the players.
But there you go then.
There you go then. But what? Who are you blaming then? Every manager you've had in has bought me.
You're asking each other the same question.
No, but this is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand here. What I'm trying to say to you is, yeah,
look at your players.
It's not about the players. It's about how you use them. Hold on. I've let you speak. It's about how you use them. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for me is not using the squad to its wisely. And even Steve, man, when a manager brings on Martial on the 78th minute, especially when you got Van der Beek on the bench, you can add something. Whether regardless, you think he's not good enough for anything, when you got Van der Beek on the bench, you got two on the other side, mate. He brings on, he tries to make it happen. Try and do something. Try and be a proactive manager. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a reactive manager, and that's what we don't like. He doesn't change things around. Champions Leagues, that's why we're right. He didn't change it around. He took him to the 8th minute to make subs. That's the problem we're talking about. We're not talking about all these players.
Solskjaer should be nowhere near Manchester United football.
Well, hey, hold on. You say my
argument. Should not be. That's what I'm saying. That's what the whole of the blue side of Manchester have been laughing our bollocks off since Solskjaer got the job. And you lot have all been singing Ole at the wheel and doing all your daft dancing in the stands. And he's coming big on the arse, mate. Because he ain't
Nobody's been saying that.
You might as well go and get Christian Gross or someone like that who's about his level and get him in there.
This is the thing, man. You just reiterated my point. You're supposed
to be the famous Man United. You live in this big. You claim to be up here, but you're acting small time. You're blaming the Glazers. You're throwing scarves about. You're blaming Solskjaer. You're signing Igalo. You're signing Cavani.
Why are you contradicting yourself?
Small time now, mate. You're finished.
Why are you contradicting yourself?
That's why this is coming to the blue side of Manchester.
You're just saying your point. Do you know what you're saying? You're contradicting yourself.
And we'll deal with you
all the time.
We'll deal with your weekend.
I don't get it. The guy's contradicting himself. The guy's saying the same thing, and he knows I know what I'm trying to say. I know what you're telling me. There's no point reiterating it.
I don't want to stay on Chelsea United game too long.
I don't know what this guy's on, man.
We're already 25 minutes in. People, there's 1,800 people here already. Hit the like button, people, from early. Get it up to 1,000, like always, before the video ends. And yeah, like I said, we might as well move on from that game because I don't know how we've managed to talk about United and Chelsea for 25 minutes after that.
Worst game of the weekend.
After that performance, where it's equally as bad. I can't lie to you, equally as bad.
Yeah,
and I think,
bad.
And this week, I think the Man City result was a good one, but I think, listen, it doesn't mean much in the Big Six, and it doesn't mean much in the league table. But Arsenal's performance against Leicester is definitely something to talk about, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely.
100.
The rotation when I looked at the team, I thought, you know what, I understand the rotation, but that's why I predicted 3-1 Leicester. You know, I thought to myself, Arteta has to rotate, and Leicester are going to be fired up after the Europa League. Another injury, Harvey Barnes this time, on top of Maddison. It's not looking good for them. And for us, 3 points doesn't really mean nothing, but heading into that Olympiacos game in a week or so, we need to kind of, you know, get a couple wins, get the morale and confidence up, because Europa League is all we have left. I saw a lot of our fans were happy about going, was it above Tottenham this weekend for a couple hours or something? And I'm just like, nah, don't do this. Don't try to find cheap success out of this season in the league, because there's nothing to smile about in the league. You know, this just needs to head over to Europa League. But what was your thoughts on that game? Did anyone predict an Arsenal win? A couple of you did.
Yeah, I did.
I did as well, I think.
Yeah, SAEED.
2-1.
Yeah, you did still. SAEED, Steve.
Listen, when the Arsenal team was announced, our chat, people were going mad about that team, saying, what's this team all about and all that. But fair play to Arsenal, you know what I mean? The Leicester's not an easy place to go and win, and they got the win. So you've just got to, I mean, I said it to Toby in the chat. I can see a little bit of direction with Arsenal. I can see a little bit what he's trying to do. And, you know, I can see something there. You as Arsenal fans must be able to see something. You can't expect him to instantly just glue the team together and you'll be dominating. But he had a rocky start, but the way he's reacted and the way the young players have come in and stuff, it's a positive sign. So, look, this season's been a write-off for Arsenal. So if you can get a little bit of credit going towards the end and picking up these results and get you know, you could win that Europa League or whatever, you know, it's going to be a good season. But I just think, you know, Arteta, you know, he's doing what he's doing. You know what I mean? He's not hiding from no one. He's not gone down the drain like Lampard did. He's still there. He's pulling out the odd result, keeping his head above water. So I've got a soft spot for him. So I'm obviously rooting for Arteta, me.
See, I was going into that game thinking, you know, hoping Arsenal win, as opposed to expecting Arsenal to win. Yeah. And especially when you see that lineup. You know, I think I was the first one to ship my load in the chat. I said, "Yeah, man, Arsenal getting nothing in this game," but they did, and I don't know. Turkish sounded a bit down, or not down, but off. I think you should be a bit more positive about that performance, because Arteta, and I'm with Steve. Arteta's showing far more direction, even though it's not reflecting in the position in the table. I think he's showing direction. I think he's giving youngsters a platform. I think he's giving the young guns a direction, a way of playing, attitude. Arsenal's biggest issue over the years has been the attitude of their players. I see a different attitude in these players. Even if they look, you know, they fight for 90 minutes, man. They haven't got the biggest squad. They haven't got good players in all the positions. But I think he's raised levels of certain players, and that's credit to Arteta, in my opinion. Anyway, Pablo Murray, he makes that mistake, awful mistake, you know. But after that, I thought he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Attitude. We know central defenders of years gone by. You make a mistake like that, it's 2-3-0 within 20 minutes. Bang. And they're all personal, you know, they're all like sort of individual errors, but they held it together. The man's been cussed to shit all season about Willian, but, you know, he came in and he done a good job. I thought he played very, very well. Pepe, loads of abuse, but he keeps putting in performances. So I think Arsenal, you know, I get what you're saying, that it's all in the Europa basket. Of course it is. It would be. Just like us, it's pretty much, most of it is in the Champions League basket. But I think you can definitely build on something there, man. You know, I think Arteta's doing an okay job, you know. I really do.
I have to interject, because I can understand why Turkish has not moved. This is, for me, Arsenal are just so inconsistent.
Thank you.
You can't. If you used to go with the wind, with when Arsenal play well and when Arsenal play badly, you'd probably be depressed. To be honest, you wouldn't be able to handle it anymore. They were minutes in midweek, minutes away from their season being over. Like, I'm talking your season in just before March.
But they didn't. And Benfica ain't a joke.
Cool.
Benfica ain't a joke.
But we talk about.
But they turned it around.
This is not to go at Arteta. Arsenal long term are going absolutely nowhere until they fix up their structure from top to bottom. We know
Agree.
this.
That's separate from what I'm saying, though.
So this is the thing. If this was happening at my club, I wouldn't be sitting there really even thinking about, oh, well, we can move and we can get progression. They're going nowhere, and we all know it. They're going absolutely nowhere. Arteta can do whatever he wants. There is always going to be limitations at Arsenal Football Club. And if this was happening at my club, I'd be saying, bun this, fam. It's done. It's a wrap.
But is it just Arsenal?
They are going nowhere.
Matisse,
They're just slowly declining every single
is
season.
it just? Yeah. Is it just this classic Arsenal though? And I don't want to, Turkish. I'm not trying to banter you, man, but is it just kind of this Arsenal?
I like listening to. I want opinions. Everyone wants to hear more.
No, you know what it is, for me. I just feel like this is Arsenal on masses and on downfall. I think when you look at Arsenal, they're the best when you don't expect them to win, and then when there's an expectation to get a result, and when there's a kind of expectation to get top 4, man like Steve, he's getting the right images and everything for that, bro. But yeah. When there's an expectation for Arsenal to get top 4, to go and get this, I think they crumble. When there's the least expectation, like yesterday, they can play the best football in the world, mate. They can be the Arsenal of old, where it's good passing, it's good this and that. It's lovely.
I think you guys have taken my opinion out of context. I'm not talking about Arsenal as a club and the structure of the club. We agree.
We're talking about Arteta.
We agree. I was talking about Arteta, and Arteta is doing what he can do.
Even with Arteta, though.
You're talking about Matisse. Was talking about sort of the structure of the club and where they're going.
Oh, yeah,
I agree. There's limitations to what he can do, but I think he's not
even this
far
season.
off.
I'm talking about this season.
He's 10th.
Though. When there's an expectation,
people are saying I'm salty and stuff. Matisse he's 10th in the league. He's 10th on 37 points. He's 2 points behind Leeds. He's 2 points.
That's my point. That's my point, though.
But I'm not talking to you. I'm saying GRIZZ's point on the Arteta loving. He's not performing well at his job. So I don't understand. I genuinely don't understand this Arteta loving.
What's his job? What's his remit?
Can I say something?
Europa League, bro.
You see the point that Grizz made earlier, yeah? You see the point Grizz made earlier about what did you say earlier about we fight now, yeah? I believe Arteta has brought that in terms of we used to be bullied, we used to be laughed at, we used to crumble.
Yeah.
You would have got any other team would have got smashed 4-5-0 against City last week. Any Arsenal team, any old Arsenal team. But this team under Arteta didn't let them. It was an early goal, and City was sparkling. Sparkling in that first 20 minutes. Steve, was it some of the best football you played in that first 20 minutes?
I'm not going to let you do this. Man City were in second gear that whole game. We literally talked about it. Cancelo missed. You literally missed right in front of goal. No.
I can see why Arsenal fans you're saying you're salty. I can see why now.
You're kind of.
I can see it.
No. What do you mean you can see it? It's facts. Arsenal fans will tell you this as well. I don't need to say
they're
this.
a shambles of a club. That's not Arteta's fault. I've always said Arteta is the least of the problems at Arsenal. Arteta is the least of the problems at Arsenal.
Arteta is part of Arsenal.
He's the least of the problems, though. He's the least of the problems, Matisse.
I'm not
I agree with that.
I'm not saying he's the main problem. He's not the manager. He's not a top manager.
He's the manager.
Yeah, what at time?
I don't understand it. He's the manager at the club. Yeah, they've lost 11 league games this season. You're saying, oh, they're resilient. They're getting results. Like I think someone mentioned it earlier on that since December they're like third in the form table or something like that, and they're still 10th. So what does that tell you about the job that he's done this season? What's this?
He won the FA Cup last year.
Yeah, and look at them in the table this season. They're 10th.
Mourinho won the FA Cup for you. You'd have a statue of him outside your ground.
I hate that statement because it's bullshit. Because Juan Ramos won us our only trophy in 8 years, and he got sacked 4 months later. Guess why? He's underperforming at his job. And guess what Arteta's doing right now? He's underperforming at his job.
Arteta's in the early stages of the job there.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't
He's been brought in as an inexperienced manager.
Hold on. How can you say it doesn't matter? If he's a new manager and he's still learning his second season, how can you disregard that? That doesn't matter.
But Grizz, this is not work experience, bro. This is Arsenal Football Club, and this is coming from Spurs fan. This ain't work experience.
Yeah, but Arsenal Football Club, what? Arsenal Football Club don't mean nothing in the last 5-6 years. They don't mean nothing. You've said that yourself. You've said, listen, have you guys overtaken? Have you guys?
Was their lowest ever? 8th place was their lowest ever finish in my lifetime, and they are now 10th in the table.
It's not finished, is it? Is the season finished for 8? That's the first and foremost. Yeah, and they're on a different remit now.
We're dealing. I never said the season's finished. We're dealing in the present. And in the present, when I'm hearing you give lavish Arteta with all these praises and stuff,
not lavish. I think there's a difference. I said you should be more positive. Look, what I said. Let me just finish it, and then you lot can carry on.
Go on, you finish. Go on, you finish.
I'm just going to finish, and you lot carry on. I haven't lavished him. What I said was I should, if I was an Arsenal fan, on the back of what Turkish said, I would see more positives than what Turkish said. And that's fine. He knows his club far better than me. I'm just looking from the outside. You seem to know Arsenal better than him or me. That's fine, no problem. What I'm seeing from the Arsenal that I've faced as a Liverpool fan, from the games I've seen Arsenal play, admittedly not every single game, I see an attitude change in that Arsenal changing room. I see a more responsibility given to younger players, not relying on old people that are wasting their money, getting their wages and going home. And I don't see Arsenal crumbling in many games. That's all I said. If you analyze what I said, okay, I haven't said he's a bad manager. He's smashing it.
Some of these, and people keep saying I'm salty.
Toby, people are saying we're haters for having higher standards of Arsenal than they have themselves.
I'm trying to tell Arsenal fans that you should want better for your club.
You should have higher standards.
It's ridiculous. Fam, the players that you're saying Emery gave younger players a chance more so than Arteta did.
So why are they playing better under Arteta?
It's not about playing better under Arteta.
Of course it is.
One sec. If not, what do you mean? Of course it is. It's natural progress. Emery was the one who started playing Saka long before he got the sack. Emery was the one who was playing kids in the Europa League, playing Joe Willock in the league, etc., long before he got the sack. Emery introduced kids into that Arsenal team. Arteta only played Emil Smith-Rowe due to the injuries he picked up. Martinelli, who came back from a long-term injury, when was the last time he started the game under Arteta? So all of this praise that you're giving him, it's wrong. It's inaccurate. So that's why I'm speaking up about it. It's not true.
Toby, they're saying we're haters for having standards for their football club that they don't have. We've got higher standards for Arsenal than some people than some of the people in the chat that support them. You are 10th in the You are 10th in the Premier League, and you're talking about an FA Cup win. An FA Cup win, you know that doesn't define a manager. You know that the league campaign where you play the percentage of the higher percentage of your games defines how good you are as a manager. You know that, Steve. The second
and you know also
wait, Matisse, at the start of the season,
we've made the point has been made about how so many teams this season are lagging. So many teams this season are lagging X, Y, and Z, and they're getting worse. They're worse.
There's one team.
Steve mentions FA Cup. As I said, find me these Arsenal fans who are happy with Arteta right now because he won the FA Cup.
Hold on then. There's one team appointed an inexperienced manager in Arteta, right? So they went in a totally different direction. They didn't appoint anyone who was well known. They appointed Arteta. They knew Arteta was unproven. They appointed him to go a different direction. He won the FA Cup, and this season he's building, Another team got to a Champions League final, You've appointed Jose Mourinho, one of the biggest managers in the world, and how many points ahead of Arsenal are you?
But he knows Tottenham's crap.
But then,
right? One of them's got the FA Cup in the bank. You've got nothing in the bank, and you're 2 points ahead of
my point.
Giving Arsenal shit. I'm
not giving Arsenal.
You're having a really bad season. Really bad season.
One, you're talking in riddles because when I wanted Jose Mourinho out the door because I said he was
Tottenham fan can't be educating other fans on where they are in the league.
No. Again, you're twisting my words, and Matisse knows you're twisting my words.
I know this because Toby wanted Mourinho gone the whole time.
Read out this chat. This chat is perfect. Perfect.
Before I read it out, I want to address Steve's point. So a couple weeks ago, when I was asking for Mourinho to be sacked, this guy said, "Give him time, be patient, give him time." And then when I'm saying that Arsenal fans should want better, you bring up the fact that we're
who are you to tell Arsenal fans they should want better when you're position?
I mean, they should.
Should
they not?
Are you trying to say they shouldn't want better?
For Arsenal?
What are you on about? What are you talking about? We should want better.
Where do you ever think Arsenal finish this season though?
What?
When everyone else finish the season.
No, like
If
Turkish, you listening to this Tottenham fan here, you really taking it serious or what?
No. If you think that the standard of Spurs and Arsenal is to finish
Nobody rates
8th,
Arsenal anymore.
then you're
Because
crazy.
10th is calming. 10th is fine.
Where did Matisse and Tobes predict him in the start of the season? I'm not sure. We done a prediction show. I can't remember.
Minimum top 7.
I said
No.
7th.
I said top 8,
Seventh.
top 8, top 9.
Did you say? Well, hold on. Let's get it clear. Matisse, what did you say, bro, at the
I
start of the
said I
season?
predicted them to challenge minimum top 7, top 6.
So you're saying 7th, right? 6th, 7th.
Yeah, 7th minimum.
Tobes, what did you say?
I said they'd finish anywhere
Around-
between 5th and 7th.
5th and 7th.
what do you
let's
say?
say, I said about the 6th as well. 6th, 7th. Let's just season finish. Let's hold fire. I'd say.
Steve, what did you say beginning of the season for Arsenal?
I think I said about 6th or 7th. I think
Yeah.
so.
Saeed?
Yeah, say everyone is similar. 7th, 8th, something like that.
So listen, I've listened to everyone, and I see a lot of the chat saying, "Come on, Turkish, back your team, this and that." Listen, right now, it's hard to disagree with GRIZZ, Tobes, Matisse, or Steve, in my opinion. They're all right to a certain extent, and the reason I say that is because there is positives to take from Arteta's reign, but where we are is so far off where we need to be that as fans we need to raise our standards.
Come on, man. That's what it's about, bro. That's what
We
it's
are
about,
currently
man.
10th, 11th in the league, and the reason I said those 3 points didn't matter against Leicester is because we're not gonna, even if we get top 6, that is not Arsenal. That's not what we should be going for. We should be going for the minimum top 4. But I didn't even predict that at the start of the season.
Challenging.
Any
The
of
key
these
is
guys.
challenging for top 4.
They're not even.
And you're not challenging for top 4.
So,
That's the key.
what I'm trying to say is that Arsenal more than likely won't even qualify for Europa League football next year, and you nearly got dumped out of the competition the other night. Tell me how that's okay. Somebody
Ridiculous.
explain it to me.
He won the
You know
FA
what?
Because
He won the FA
Nobody's
Cup
saying.
for a time, Matisse.
Nobody's saying it's okay. Nobody's
FA
saying
Cup
it's
for a time.
okay.
He can
But
finish 12th this season, but because he won the FA Cup last season, it's cool.
But nobody is saying
But
it's
he's building.
okay.
He's building.
Yeah.
He's not going to just get in the top 4 straight away. He's building
I'm
something.
not asking him to get.
You've got Jose Mourinho, the greatest manager in the world, according to some
Steve,
people. Where are
you
you?
can't build anything with that club.
You
because
call him the
stats
greatest
from
manager in the
top
world, not
100
me.
is
He's
not gonna-
finished. He's a has-been. I've been telling you he's a has-been for years. You're the
You're
one who
lucky to have him. You're
I
lucky
didn't
to have
want
him.
him. I didn't want
You're
him.
lucky to have him. You sacked the best manager you got. You sacked the best manager you got. You sacked him.
I didn't want Pochettino sacked.
You
I didn't
sacked
want
him.
Pochettino sacked.
Your
You
chairman
told me-
sacked him.
You told me that Jose
So you
Mourinho.
reap what you sow. You made your bed, so lie in it.
What do you mean,
And
major bad
again,
luck? The riddles, bro.
You know what I want to add, because I'm seeing a lot of it in the comments again, saying obviously I can use Arsenal's history, I can use Arsenal's history, and Tobes can't, say much. Matisse can't really say much overall. There's only a few clubs here that can talk to Arsenal in terms of history, but the history is why these two here are saying that Arsenal should be expecting better. So I can't use the history against them when the reason they.
But that's not
feel like
real.
that-
That's not real talk.
It
You
is.
can't be
It
using.
is.
You can't be using history and say they once were a club. They're
Tottenham.
they're totally
Jonathan, if we become
rebuilding.
the next
Using
Leeds or the
history.
next Nottingham
They've-
Forest, is that what you're
Using
saying?
history.
They've,
You see
they've,
for Grizz,
As
you see
Steve
for
said,
Tottenham. You see for
they've gone in a
Tottenham,
different direction.
You see for Tottenham.
The wrong direction.
How do you know you can't prove that right
Because they're
now?
going down, bro.
They're not going
They're just going
down.
down,
They're not
bro.
going down.
Bro, you're saying he's gonna build.
Yo.
What can you build with Stan Kroenke as your owner? Nothing. You couldn't build a house, bro.
But that's not Arteta's fault. What I'm saying to
but
you.
what I'm
It's
saying
not. You're
is
right. You're right.
that-
That's
but
why I
that-
said
but what
you're
I'm
right
saying
as
is
well.
Arteta is not the right man to build under Stan Kroenke. You
See-
need a world-class manager. You have
No, that will never
chance.
happen under Kroenke. They've gone down the when
That's
Emery.
I think they do.
When they got Emery, he was the most sought after coach. 3 Europa League finals in a row, wins in a row.
Yeah.
He was one of the top coaches. They've gone down that route. Now they're trying something different. Spurs have, for example, have tried a different kind of approach. They had
And
the
it's
up and coming manager. They had an up and coming manager in Pochettino. Then they got rid of him. So instead of that redevelopment going on that same trajectory, they went totally different and got a serial winner, and it's still not happening. So you can't guarantee things. You got to build towards things. And Liverpool is a shining
think for me,
example
when you look
of
at,
building towards something. So I think it's unfair to level that on
But the
Arteta.
thing is,
That's
you
what I'm
had good
saying.
structure. Grizz, I think what you're missing out though is Grizz.
We
I
didn't.
think Liverpool have.
We
good
had
structure
no.
and
We
a good
didn't. No, we did not.
Well, Grizz, can I
No, but
ask?
come
Can
on,
I
man. You know,
want to ask
when Jurgen Klopp asked for what he wanted, look at the players you got: Sadio Mane, Salah.
Jurgen Klopp.
When
Jurgen
you ask for
Klopp
the
is
players,
the-
you got them.
Jurgen
Different
Klopp
than
didn't ask
Arsenal.
for none of them.
They had assets.
Sorry,
That's the
let's
thing.
take it.
And that's
Yeah.
one.
That's it. That's what I'm saying to you. The Coutinho sale, you know what I mean, and whatnot.
That's one thing
Arsenal, who are they
that's
gonna sell,
come out
man?
in the past year and a half. In the past year and a half, and I put it like Toby said, because Martinelli come under Emery, Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe were, given chances under Emery. We've got assets now in terms of you can see potential value there or quality. So in the next few years, it's what we make of those assets that will determine where we go. If we really want to go somewhere, like Liverpool, they got Rodgers to deal with the Suarez money. They didn't really get anywhere. They had Klopp to deal with the Coutinho money, and they went everywhere. So that's what's vital. And the thing with Arteta is I can't say yes or no to is he going to be that guy. That's why I also say Grizz and Steve are right. But one thing I want to ask specifically, Steve and Grizz, put yourself in an Arsenal fan's shoes, and I think even the shoes of Matisse and TOBS for a sec, and ask yourself if
Even
Liverpool.
me,
No, because your opinion is slightly different.
Go on.
Grizz and Steve, in terms of if you were winning titles and then you were sold a dream about moving into a new stadium, telling you're going to compete with Bayern Munich in 10 years' time, but 15 years later, you're getting knocked out by Olympiacos and facing them again 2 years in a row in the Europa League.
I do get that.
Wait, 1 sec. Whilst you're 10th, would you accept the fact, because I say you two are right, because Arteta is a man in his first, managerial stint. He is inexperienced. He needs time. He'd need time at any club, let alone Arsenal Football Club. These are all facts from Grizz and you, Steve. But is it fair to sell that to us as Arsenal fans, or, like these opinions here, when we've already gone through 13, 14 years of your way, and because it didn't work, we're going with your way again. When in reality, the way that you should be going is the way kind of other clubs have gone, and we're not doing that. So would you accept it at City or Liverpool?
Like Grizz said before, you tried it with the prestigious manager, the guy who everyone wanted. You got him in. The pressure was double then. So I can sort of see the way the Arsenal board's gone with it now, thinking to themselves, right, we'll go a different way. We'll get somebody in upcoming like Arteta. He's gone for the job interview. He's not experienced, yeah? So they've gone down that route. Maybe they're thinking Arteta might get a bit more time, get a bit more slack off you fans because he's a bit of an ex-player and all that. I don't know. I know you've been sold a pipe dream. We know that about Arsenal. But what I'm saying is, where does it end? Because if you keep getting these managers, bringing them in, and then the pressure's that much, sacking him, another one, sacking him, another one, sacking him, you're back to square one all the time. So what I'm saying is, give the guy a chance. You're not going to get top 4 second title runs in his second season. You're not. If after next season you're 10th, 11th, 12th, then you can say, look, it's not working out. But at the minute, I would give him a chance. And from an outsider looking in, I can see that A, he's trying to get his style of football over. B, he's doing things with the youngsters. And C, let him have another transfer window, another 2 transfer windows, put his stamp on the team. And I think you'll get a decent manager in Arteta. That is my opinion.
That's fair enough. I'm just saying that Arsenal have a better team than Aston Villa, and they have 2 games in hand, and they're 2 points behind. Arsenal have a better team than West Ham, and I don't even need to speak. You're telling me, Arsenal fans, you couldn't get a top manager. So why is Carlo Ancelotti sitting at Everton? What you can't attract better managers there.
We didn't have the money.
And
If you don't have the money,
It comes back to the owners, doesn't it?
you can spend
Another point made as well.
I don't know that.
This false narrative that Emery was this highly sought after manager.
Yeah, where's that coming from?
Where the heck has that come from? He got
Who
sacked.
wanted Emery?
He was.
No,
It's not Pep.
I mean, he was a manager of the trophies, though. Of the trophies he won.
I know he won the trophies, but what I'm saying is there's this myth that he was highly sought after. He wasn't. He got sacked at PSG.
He was a good coach, man. He was a good coach.
Saeed, I'm not saying
highly sought after. Who said that?
I'm not saying he's a bad coach, so I'm not sure where this narrative is coming from. That I said he's a bad coach. I said he wasn't sought after. Yeah, he wasn't this coach that everyone was fucking to get.
No, but it made sense though. It made sense.
All right, man, move on, man. Let's move on, man. Why are we stuck on Emery?
because I don't like that statement. I think that statement is a lie. He wasn't so.
All right. He's a quality coach. His record speaks for himself before the Arsenal job.
Him being a quality.
It's absolutely about. Of course, it's not. Why'd you disregard everything I say? It's not about that. Of course, it's about that. It's about coach. If I tell you a coach has got X, Y wins under his belt, and you're saying it's not about that, of course it is.
That's you told me. You do that a lot, though. You do.
What's happened? What happened to Emery? Listen, what happened to Emery? Listen, there's no doubt. Coach, originally Turkish asked me and Steve my opinion. Yeah, Steve's giving his opinion. Let me give my opinion.
Style of football did not match how Arsenal.
We're not talking about Emery now. Emery's gone. It's skeleton in the past. Yeah, done. Listen, the thing is, absolutely, I agree with the frustration. I accept the frustration because we went through that. Our owners threatened to move to a new stadium and etc. as well. Move from Anfield, etc. When they first came in, they sold us plans and dreams as well. Then what they done was employ Roy Hodgson. So we've been through all the frustrations Arsenal are seeing. It comes down to, of course, it comes down to the ownership and the structure of the club. It's all over the place. Yes, they've given you your new stadium. I think Arteta came in, and unfortunately, in a season of pandemic where the finances were totally blocked, right? I'm not saying they would have backed him to the tune of hundreds of millions, but they would have backed him more, Turkish. I think that's fair to say. Pandemic killed off that, yeah? Now the litmus test, the main test is this summer. And look, there's no way I'm going to say Arsenal are a brilliantly run club. They're one of the worst run clubs in Europe. I've said that. I've absolutely said that. But what the fans should do, in my opinion, I'm just giving my opinion. What they should do is they should have lowered their expectations last 2 seasons because of the way it is. Face reality, face the facts. Your owners are absolute wankers. They are. They're not. They're the ones that are not letting you progress. It's not Arteta the ones that are not letting you progress. That's all I said. Arteta is doing what he can because this was a sinking ship way before Arteta, and it hasn't sunk. It's still afloat. I get the position right now is looking dodgy, but give the guy a chance. What you shouldn't be giving is giving the owners a chance. That's
people. Go on.
Yeah, go on, Saeed. Go on. Well, you might as well get it in before.
Man, the people always say we don't talk about Arsenal. It's a big Arsenal topic, mate. You know what I'm saying?
And you wonder why I don't try and talk about Arsenal. Like we just won 3-1, and that whole conversation's if I'm not back down to earth in the morning, then that conversation brings me back down to earth. That's the reality of it. That's the reality. Everyone made good points. Everyone has facts within their points. The fact of the matter is,
that's how bad the season's been, though. That's how bad the season's been. We're talking about. Yeah, that's how bad the season been. When we talk about Arsenal win, we have to go back to, well, it should be top 4, or it should be, in and around that kind of, challenging for top 4. That's what it does, man. And big clubs will always have that expectation. So it's not a damning thing for Arsenal, but it's something that we can say, you know what, you should be higher than where you are.
And I think this is a great way to end it from Jashar. Arsenal were dreaming of greatness before Roman and the Sheikh turned up, and we got Stan, who was only dreaming of getting paid, and that is the fact of the matter. I've missed some super chats. I see Cameron's one here saying all this about Arsenal, Arteta, but when it's about Man U and Ole, it's a whole different vibe. Listen, I'm not happy, mate. And Ole is second, and listen. At the end of the day,
good super chat, but listen, mate. You should be talking to me, mate, because I'm trying to uphold the standards, mate. You get me?
Yeah, I'm done with Arsenal tonight, man. We're moving on, man. We ain't even got a game. We ain't even got a game.
Listen, we did press Turkish now, man.
We're 55 minutes in. I swear half an hour was on Arsenal. Fucking hell, bro.
Tell you, bro.
10th. This is the Big 6 show. It's all mad. But listen, we need to get some
Toby, man.
Yeah, is it Toby next? Nah, let's go to Man City quickly because we need to get a prediction in as well. Because obviously Man City, West Ham 2-1. I think
tomorrow it is. Flipping, no.
Yeah, and then they got Wolves next.
Yeah, City was a good game. I've got to give a bit of credit to West Ham. I think I watched them, and I think Moyes got them well drilled. They're not, like you say, they're not the most individually gifted players in the team, but what they do, they all work together. And when we were pressing them, they were getting in good positions, they were blocking it out, they were getting back. They just looked a well-drilled team. I know Stuart Pearce and Moyes in there, but I mean, I wouldn't expect West Ham to be anywhere near that top 4. But looking at them, you've got to give credit where credit's due. West Ham, as a club, they've had the problems. Their fans are like really, really on the team. We mentioned it about no supporters and whether the pressure was off, but yeah, we got the job done again. Good result. Yeah, but West Ham, I've just got to give a bit of credit to West Ham. I thought they're having a great season. That Souček is some player. The fullback, is it Kufal? Decent player. I don't know where he's done. Don't know
Would you have
which
him over
part.
Højbjerg? Would you have him over Højbjerg? Souček.
Who's Souček? I don't know. He's a good player. I don't know where he found them players from. They paid peanuts for him, didn't they?
Yeah.
Good
Listen,
deal.
West Ham are having a good season. West Ham are a decent club. They've got the problems as well. They've been chopping and changing that stadium and all that. So they deserve a good season. So, I talk about City all day, you know what I mean? But, I'm going to give credit to West Ham because I thought they turned up and they were a well-organised team, and I think they're having a fantastic season.
Yeah, they are. Let's move on to the Wolves game and your prediction for that one.
I think we'll beat Wolves 3-0.
3-0, yeah?
Yeah.
SAEED? Look at this guy. This guy's internet is moving mad. GRIZZ?
Yeah, I agree. I think so. I think they'll walk over Wolves. Wolves look very tired. I'd say 2-0.
2-0, yeah? SAEED, is everything all right over there?
Listen, man, I don't know what's going on, mate. The Wi-Fi, man. Neil Ashton's at my house, man. Neil Ashton, man. You get me? I'm telling you.
Bro, let me move this back one more time. If you listen, I ain't adjusting this again. I swear to you, next time you're just playing in
I'm
that
taking
corner.
liberties, innit?
What's your prediction for the City game?
City versus Wolves. Man. Listen, Wolves, mate. Don't know what's going on with them, mate. But the only thing I see now is that guy putting oil on his hands, man. That's all I see, bro, by Wolves, bro. You get me? That's a bit of action that they only get. But for me, City, yeah. 3-0. 3-0 City.
Same,
man.
Same as Steve, yeah? Matisse?
Like, with these City ones, it's just how many. Do you know what I mean? It's like, there's no point going against them because if you do, you're just dropping points in the leaderboard for no reason. I'm not going to be one of them ones that goes with a shock result because I need points. So, yeah, I say 2-0 just to be different. City win as per usual.
2-0. And who's left? TOBS. Well, me and TOBS.
I think it will end. I want to say 2-0 as well. I think Man City will win that comfortably.
Yeah, 2-0. I think comfortable as well. I think 3-1. I think that, 3-1. Let me go over 3-1. Who next? Fulham, Tottenham. Let's get a prediction in for that one as well and talk about your 4-0 win. Bale shining, new contract or whatever's on the way.
I don't know about a new contract yet, to be honest. I think he needs to earn that. But I think Fulham, that's not going to be an easy game. The pessimist in me is telling me that we might draw that game, but I'm going to go for a win. I feel like hopefully we can nick that one 2-1. Above all, we are a better side than Fulham, and I think in the game that we drew at home, we created more than enough chances to put the game to bed in the first half. We just didn't take our chances, and in the second half, we did what we normally do under this manager, which is back off and sit back. So I'm hoping that we go into this game with some confidence from the recent week, because I know I'm clutching at straws. I know it's Burnley, but listen, we've had a horrific 2021. So the last 6 or 7 days has been fantastic. We saw 4 goals in the Europa League and a clean sheet, 4 goals in the league and a clean sheet. Gareth Bale getting back to his best. Dele looking like he can actually add something to this team. Reguilon back in the team as well. So I'm hoping we go there with a bit of confidence and we nick a win. So I'm going for 2-1.
2-1, tight win, yeah? Matisse.
Yeah, man, Gareth Bale's back. Do you know what I mean? Everyone thought I was trolling.
When he hit the crossbar.
Ever since that crossbar hit, he's on something. But to be serious on it, Tottenham, they needed that. Do you know what I mean? They needed that win. It's a long time coming. I don't think they're out of the woods yet. Do you know what I mean? That was the first step. But I'll probably go over Tottenham win. I'd say back-to-back wins now. They'll probably get some momentum going. I don't really ever speak nice words about Tottenham, so that's saying something. I say it 2-1 win.
2-1 as well, yeah. I'm going 3-1 because I think you lot will get another one at the end. I was going to go over 2-1, but I think you lot will get another one at the end. Steve,
is it at Fulham?
Yeah.
So let me ask the trophy. Who do you think's going to win? Said Fulham 2-1.
Wow, man. Honestly,
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with him. You know.
Yeah.
I've been kind of raving about Fulham, in terms of the way they've been playing, and I've been saying that they've got a chance. I feel like they're going to be the ones will kind of, for me, Newcastle, Southampton today lost. I'm going to go for 2-1 Fulham. I know Toby, you get me. I know that's your team and that, but I just don't know this Fulham team. They look like they're fighting, man. I know they got a draw against Crystal Palace, but I think with the guy up front, Majaya, and then the young kid that they bought from Leipzig, I think they've got enough to kind of, they got pace, man. And I feel like Tottenham don't like. Yeah, man. I feel like with Tottenham, they don't like the pacing behind. So,
but they're looking about 4 or 5 games in the league.
Yeah, exactly. They've been good, man. Look, man, you get me. So,
yeah,
I'm going with 2-1.
I back Fulham to stay up. To be honest, I'm just hoping that we can just get something against them on Thursday, and we should really and truly, we should be looking to win there, man. I know they're much improved, but come on, like we should with the quality we have, we should be able to go there and at least score 2 goals.
Should have, would have, could have, innit?
Kane, and
yeah,
Son.
but exactly. It's hypothetical. It's not. It's how it should work. It's not how it works in reality sometimes. So yeah,
yeah. GRIZZ, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 2-2. I think this has got makings of a great game. I rate the job Scott Parker's done. To be honest with you, everyone thought it's a done deal that they're going to get relegated, but he's got them playing some stuff and he's got some players there. Yeah. So, but yeah, from Spurs' point of view, everyone knows Bale's got the talent. It was just about trying to get him fit. So, I don't know if Jose's even going to pick him like twice in a matter of 4 days, So, but I'm gonna go 2-2.
2-2, yeah. Cool. We might as well move on to Crystal Palace United predictions.
Yep.
And we're an hour in as well, people. Injury time now. You might as well hit that like button. There's about 600-700 likes, 2.3k in the building. Make sure you hit that like button, get it up to 1,000. And let's start you, SAEED. Crystal Palace away.
Yeah, I think this will be a routine win. I think this is classic Man United, mate. We bully the little ones, and then we go against the big ones, and we struggle. So I'm gonna go with a convincing 3-1 United. Yeah, I think we'll batter them. I think it'll be. I think Crystal Palace. I don't know if you know the injury list, but they got a few injuries. Saha's out, so yeah, I think we'll beat them 3-1. I think it'll be convincing.
3-1, yeah.
Yep.
Confident. Steve.
I think United will win 2-1.
2-1, yeah. Yeah, that sounds about right. TOBS.
I think United will win 3-1.
You're going for the same as Saeed. I'm going for 2-1 United as well. GRIZZ.
Wait, who they play? Who they playing?
Crystal Palace away.
Palace away, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think. I think it's going to be 2-1 United. 2-1 United. Why are you laughing? I'm serious.
I don't know, man. I just thought, yeah, man.
I'm serious, bro.
Surely,
I don't even know who you're playing.
Surely.
Get revenge, and then we'll stick it out against City.
Oh yeah, they're playing Crystal Palace. Time for Bruno. Yeah, Bruno. Yeah, gonna make Bruno captain my FPL, man, against them shit.
Come on, man. Clap them.
Double game week. It's already done.
Yeah.
That's GRIZZ anyway. Matisse.
I say it 2-0.
Oh yeah.
2-0, yeah.
Yeah, 2-0 to United. Yeah.
Say no more. And before we give the predictions for the big one, might as well just discuss the big one quickly. Liverpool, Chelsea. Where is it? Anfield. Where do we start? Might as well hear from GRIZZ first, Carl. We heard a bit from Matisse earlier. He went off on one.
Yeah, just very, very, very relieved and happy to get a win on board, man. Yeah, people will say it's only Sheffield United, but it's just Sheffield United that beat Man United a couple of weeks ago. So anything can happen in this season,
I'm not argue with you, mate.
Yeah, so it's the most comfortable that we've been. I knew, I was pretty comfortable from the start to finish, and I can't say that for many games for the last 5-6 weeks. But yeah, I was begging, clamoring. Like, I get he can't change the personnel because of the situation we're in, but we were begging for a formation tweak, and he tweaked the formation pretty much the way we played against West Ham and Spurs, and it paid off. But yeah, against Liverpool, against Chelsea, it'll be a very different ball game, as we know. A very tactical manager, a very tight game. Looking forward to it, to be honest with you. I feel a sense of, I don't feel the pressure as much now that I know that we're not going to be champions again. I don't think top four will hamper our plans going forward. A lot of people do. I don't. I personally, know that as well. They won't change much of our strategy. Yes, it will hurt the pocket side of things, but they've got contingency plans for that, FSG. So it's a matter of just getting relaxed, getting our players back as much as we can. Jota trains all week, supposed to be in the squad, pulls out because of illness. When it rains, it pours like, tsunami, man. It's mad.
Don't be mentioning the weather again.
That's the desperation we're dealing with at Liverpool, man. You know what I mean? Anything. So yeah, look, it's a mad state of affairs where I'm banking on the likes of Arsenal to win and West or Man City to win. I was begging Man City to win, against West Ham, so it helps us. That's the situation we're in at the moment. But yeah, another tough test against Chelsea, man, no doubt. Phillips and Kabak done fine against McGoldrick and McBurney, but the forwards that Matisse has mentioned, man, it's going to be a different ball game. Trying to stop them. But yeah, I'm gonna. If you want a prediction, do you want a prediction for the Liverpool Chelsea? Yeah,
well. God, we might as well get one.
The Liverpool Chelsea. I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win to Liverpool.
2-1. Told you started smiling there at one point. What was you thinking?
Nah, it's because GRIZZ said something about it's going to be very hard to stop these Chelsea attackers, and in my head I was just thinking, I think it's even harder to get them started right now, to be honest, because they can't, they can't do anything. Right That's all.
But you can see the eyes lighting up when they see Phillips and Kabak. And, no Hendo, no Fabinho, no Virgil, no. Yeah, Kabak's a lot of work at the moment, but yeah.
I think Liverpool are going to win that as well. I think they're going to win that 2-1 as well. I don't know. I think Liverpool really need a win at home. What's this, like four L's on the bounce at home? Like something's got to give. And I feel like Chelsea, Tuchel's got them controlling games better, like how they are in possession, but they just seem a little bit toothless in the final third. Now I'm waiting for the game where a switch is flicked and some of these attackers start finding some form to take with them into the latter stages of the season. But I just feel like this might be the game where we see them stuttering once again. So I'm gonna go for a Liverpool win.
2-1, yeah?
Yeah.
Matisse, talk to me, man.
Bro, if we don't win this game with them centre-backs, it's mad. Like, we're talking about strikers now. We're playing against two centre-backs in Phillips and I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know where this brother's from. Schalke?
Yeah.
They were in the relegation battle and they loaned him out. I don't know what happened with that transfer or why that even occurred, but I know he's a good
pure desperation, bro.
Don't worry, he's gonna come through, man. Turkish Don, man.
I know he's up and coming, and I'm sure he's got potential. But I'm telling you now, if these strikers can't bag against these brothers, there's something very wrong in their tea in the morning, bro. It can't happen again. We obviously have 2 draws on the bounce, Southampton and United. We need to win every single time. I come on here, we're not in the top 4. I'm going to tell you we need to win the game. Simple as that. I don't care if it's Liverpool. I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Liverpool, Burnley. It's got to be a win because we're still behind West Ham. So I'm going to predict that Chelsea actually score some goals. I'm going to go... Yeah, goals. We have to. Surely, if these guys can't pepper this centre-back pairing, I don't know what...
What three do you think he's going to go with, though?
I don't care, bro. They're all internationals. I don't care who he starts, bro. They have to score. It doesn't matter. Really, well and truly, any of those forwards in that squad should be more than capable of scoring against those 2 centre-backs. They really should be. I don't know who will be in goal for Liverpool. I don't know, obviously...
situation there.
Alisson should be back this time. Alisson's
correct me if I'm wrong, Grizz, but isn't Jota back as well? I know he missed the game with illness. But...
it's not confirmed because there was rumors that it may be more than just a normal illness. It might be even appendicitis. So let's hopefully. I mean, Klopp did seem hopeful. We can't, bro. We can't. We seriously can't. But Klopp says he's hopeful for having Alisson and Fabinho back. And Jota back, which
Fabinho's back. Okay.
Yeah, would be huge if that's the case. But we thought Fabinho was going to be back for this week, so let's see what we're on.
Say nothing. What's your prediction, please?
It's weird because I don't see Liverpool sitting back as well. They don't. that wouldn't make sense for them as well with that centre back pairing. They
Not
don't
at
strike
all.
that kind of team. So I think there's goals in this game, and I said that many a time. So I'm actually gonna go with a 3-2 Chelsea win. I think there's goals. I know we haven't conceded a lot lately, but I just feel like their front three might just kick into gear as well. They've got a good strike force. I know people will have their, but they still score goals. You know what I mean? They're still top of the pile when it comes to top scorers. You look through their Salahs and Manes, they still get goals. So I'm going to go 3-2. I just think it's going to be a wild game, crazy game. 3-2 Chelsea.
3-2.
Yeah.
Cool. Saeed.
I think you guys are getting ahead of yourselves, mate. It's going to be a 0-0. Written all over it. I can see it, man.
Stop jinxing.
No, I'll be serious, man. Liverpool, 4 losses, you know what I mean? Not 4 losses, but without a winning at home in 4. Chelsea, toothless.
I'll wear a Man United top to the next big show if it's 0-0.
Sorry?
Whoa.
Sorry?
I'll wear a Man United top if it's 0-0.
You said that.
Well, have you got one around, though? Why would you have one around?
I'll pick up one from the shed, man, somewhere in someone's garden, man.
Hey, did have to send him one, mate. First
Listen,
class. EPD.
I'm going to go for 0-0, people. You man are going to get ahead of yourselves. It's going to be a low quality. You know what I mean? We're going to be, thinking about the back of the day when we had the moments, man. But for me, 0-0 all over it, mate.
0-0. All right, cool. Remember the promise from Grizz.
0-0, I'm coming to this board next game.
Fucking hell.
Yo,
Hey, I want a 0-0, I don't even want to.
I'm doing it.
come on, man. It's going to be spicy Friday, man.
Right or die.
Me and Steve don't have to go at it again.
5K live. I can't lie to you. Bold
So much fun
Matisse.
with you, Steve.
I don't care.
100%. 100%. I'll be repping Man United.
Look at that. We get a United
All right,
Grizz
then.
and Bold Matisse if we get a 0-0. I can't even lie. I want a 0-0, but I'm going to predict a 2-1 Liverpool win. And TOBS, you were smiling when Matisse was talking about his confidence. Have we got
I'm
your
smiling because he said he's going to cut off his hair.
from that bit?
I want to see that.
What was
Steve,
Steve's prediction? Oh, it's Steve.
hey, come on, say 0-0, Steve, please, because it has to happen, man.
I think it's going to be 1-1.
1-0. You're going with a 1-0. Are we getting a Bold Matisse and a United Grizz for a 1-0, or is it just a 0-0?
Imagine.
Nah. Just 0-0, man.
Oh, can't imagine Grizz having to wear a Man United shirt, man. Wow.
Yeah, 0-0 is outlandish shout. But, shit has happened before this season. So I'm thinking, am I going to regret that shit? What I've just said?
Man, you regret he said it.
I won't.
It's not that mad of a thing. The way Tuchel is, I can't lie. He
Nah. We ain't.
Bro,
Listen,
we
we ain't keeping a clean, brother.
We need a
come
win.
on, we ain't keeping a clean sheet against that, man. Listen, West Brom and Brighton have scored, and Burnley have scored past us. We ain't keeping a clean sheet.
All right, we got all the predictions in. I'm looking at last week's as well. There's a few. Well, who got? Steve got the 2-0 Liverpool right. Saeed got the 0-0 right. Chelsea United, and Matisse got the 2-1 Man City West Ham score right. Aside from that, everyone else got wins here and there, but no correct scores. So let me bring up the.
Allow it, innit?
It is. I can't. Yeah, you're upset. I'm upset too, man. I'm upset too.
Yes.
Man.
Come on.
Okay, we're getting closer.
All right. I can take that.
Listen, man, this is a real title race, man. This is a real title race. The real one, man.
Wait, Steve,
Forget the other one, man. Premier League one. It's a real one.
Steve's team's top of the league and Steve's top of the prediction table as well. It's ominous.
Nah,
I've been top of the league all season in this.
it's mad. We need to get him off there, man, because I can't lie.
Football, man. I need Champions League football this season.
What's that? What's Champions League football in this format? I don't even know.
Man said Champions League football, Yeah, me. Toby won't be happy with third place, man. You get me?
You need to
Top two Champions League. Top two Champions League next to Europa.
The last to Europa, yeah. The last
top
two
four
relegated
Champions
then.
The
But
big
listen,
six,
people-
the big six FPL league next season is going to be where it's at. That's where we get serious. No, we're going to get serious, Toby. Because this is a
Chris,
joke.
I
No,
remember,
it's not-
I remember you said that you take
no, you didn't remember. No, this has been a joke. Like I didn't even know the rules at the start. Right? Next season, we're gonna start.
You know what, Chris? You were predicted through hate. You get me? And through kind of like despise of other teams.
True,
That's what you
I
did.
was. Because I didn't know how it works, but you
Don't do
guys
that,
are taking
man.
it to another level. I know, that's what I'm saying. So scrap this, void this season, man. Next season is real.
Void the season, you know.
That's what last season, void the season, but it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Null and void, scrap it all. But people, listen,
Null and void like your Premier League
but
team.
there's still 2,200. Hit the like button, and there's a channel in the pinned message. That's the official Big Six channel. Us six will be providing more content on that channel come this summer. So make sure you guys go over there and subscribe to that. YM in the building says SAEED's getting carried by the 0-0 United predictions. And Real Ball Talk says, big up cheese. Why do you all think the standard of football has dropped so much? Everything is so repetitive now. Everyone creates through the standard of football dropped too much. I actually think sports science has damaged football.
Trust me.
That's my opinion. And that's it. I don't like what more needs to be said. I feel
systems,
like
man.
Football became all about being athletic and the systems and fast and not the natural kind of love or art of the game.
There's no expression on the pitch.
Yeah. And like, I don't know, like, for example, I don't know if Zidane and Ronaldinho would pass the modern day fitness test, but them two shit on the modern day footballers. Do you get what I'm saying? In that direction anyway.
Right.
So my opinion is
all we can say is we're glad we've seen them. We've seen football.
Not even from them levels. I'm talking about even Santi Cazorlas that were 2-footed. Do you know what I'm saying? In midfield, we're talking about those kind of creative midfielders. And now we're talking about now it's just about stat padding.
Yeah.
It's a bit
Daniel Ahmed probably said it. Best comment.
I think the individual.
I mean, there's a lot of stat padding going on.
I think the individual players are in the league. They're there. I think a lot of the times now the managers are asking them to do other things that they was never used to. So back in the day, they could say, right, you can play with a bit of freedom. But I think now they're asking to track back, slot in at full back, go into midfield. I think it's getting too technical. Plus, I think the margin for error between the managers is so fucking fine that managers won't play and express a team because they're scared of losing. So it's compacting and it's all about this system. And you know, if the chairman said to a manager, look, you've got 3 years and we're just going to give you 3 years and you're not going to get sacked and go and play your football, I think that kind of pressure, you try new things in games. I don't think managers do that now because they're scared of losing.
Yeah. And
100%.
you know what someone said, it's a show in itself. And I think it is a show in itself. What we need to do is, I think next week, there's no midweek Premier League game, so there won't be no prediction. So we'll have a little player of the year, young player of the year prediction and all of that stuff there. And we'll discuss this a bit further as well. Okay. Thanks to everyone tuning in again. Yeah, come on. Week notice for everyone there. Big Steve MTFC YouTube channel, find him there. Terrace Cult for the Clubber. SAEED, United Central, YouTube, SAEED listed, Twitter, Instagram, all of that. GRIZZ Khan, you can see it there. LFC Day Trippers YouTube channel, tap in TOBS, you already know, Twitter, Insta, and YouTube, all the same, right?
Yeah.
Matisse, MAH on all platforms. Wrong one, right?
Yeah.
Come on. Make sure you support every single one of the channels. They're all in the description, people, and there's one in the pinned message. Steve, you know what? I'll let you have it today. We can end on you today, mate. There you go. There you have it.
There you go. And then close the laptop down as well.
Yeah.
Trophies coming back.
Plastic trophy
club, man.
Plastic fans carrying plastic
oil club, oil money.
Carling Cup's 10 times better than that, mate.
Oil club.
You know what? You never
ruining
question
football.
commitment as a real fan. I swear to God.
You're ruining football, mate.
Take care, people. We're out.
You're
Love
ruining
and peace.
football,
Black Friday.
Yeah, but you
10
never won a
PM.
La Liga, have you, Steve?
Exactly. You don't want to